guys, it's AJ here and welcome to another video. So we're going to be doing something different once again, not the career mode, not FIFA related, but we are here on the field. I'm going to show you how to do the knuckleball. So we've got a few examples coming up in a second, and also we're going to go through the technique on how to do it. So here are the examples right now.
Tell me what to do.
Ooh. So with the technique, this is the first step. The entire run-up should be on your tiptoes to enable a good technique for the rest of the shot. So this means that you're literally walking up to the ball. As you can see, like I take one step across my body with my right foot, and then the other comes in front of me, and the rest as normal, and then you obviously strike the ball. So step two, you must hit the ball with the top of your foot slightly on the inside. So this is so you actually get the knuckle. If you hit the ball on the inside of your foot, you are literally just going to get pure curl and it's not going to knuckle whatsoever. So you want to be hitting it exactly where I'm showing you. A lot of people say that you need to be hitting it on the valve, but that is not necessarily true. You can hit at any point of the ball. I think the valve just helps you a little bit to get a bit more swerve and knuckle on the ball. But all in all, you want to be hitting the ball on top of your foot, slightly on the side, as you saw where I pointed. This will get the swerve. If you hit it straight on your laces, you're just going to get a bit more dip, which I can cover on another video. And also, if you hit on the inside of your foot, you're obviously going to get a bit of curl, and obviously on the outside of the foot, that would be pretty silly. You're going to get, obviously, the outside swerve. So step three, when you complete the follow through, as soon as you make good contact, you want to bring your foot backwards away from the ball. Now, I didn't actually do, this is the sort of technique you need to try and get, but I didn't actually manage to get it. You basically want to get a minimal amount of follow through when you hit the shot, because the more you follow through, the more the ball will change direction. So you want to get a minimal amount. You want to get basically no follow through. I did manage to get it on this next shot that you will see in a second, but you want to basically get hardly any follow through so that the ball does sort of swerve and dip, so it makes it harder for the keeper to save. But yeah, I didn't manage to get a great deal of sort of an example on this, but you will see that I try and get my foot away from the ball. There's not much of a swing. Obviously in some of the other shots you may have noticed that there was more of a swing, but on this shot now you will see that there isn't actually much of a swing. You're more sort of bringing your foot back as soon as you make good contact with the ball. Don't do it as soon as you touch the ball, because the ball just rolled 2 meters. So make sure you get a good contact on the ball before you actually bring your foot back to prevent the follow through. So I'll quickly play the clip, and as you can see, look, bring your foot back as soon as you do it. So on this example, I do sort of, look, you don't see much of a follow through. I try and bring it back as much as you can, and then we're back to these. Look, this is the big shot, and obviously you can see that I didn't get too much sort of follow through. I didn't bring my foot right across my body after the goal. So yes guys, that is the end of the video. Now I'm doing this at home because it was so windy. You may have noticed in the intro you probably couldn't really hear it that much. So I'm doing the outro at home. Did obviously do one on the field, but with this shot it is really hard to perform. It's difficult. If you're brand new to this, you've rarely seen it, like you've only seen other people do it and you've never really tried it yourself, try these techniques, try these little steps. Like I've done a step-by-step thing, try them. Make sure you actually over-exaggerate them, then you will start to see a bit more improvement. You're going to need a bit of practice if you haven't done it before, but if you know it, you're pretty familiar with it and you know how to do it roughly, these steps will obviously guide you to doing it correctly, and you should be able to do it, I would say 6, 7, 8 times out of 10. I managed to get a few decent goals. We didn't sit there and do the attempts for ages. I didn't do like 50 attempts and score like 3. I managed to, probably did about 15, scored about 8 or 9, and obviously some of them weren't that great, but obviously I managed to get a few decent goals in there. But yeah, with the technique, make sure that you try this at home, try do it on the field or wherever you are. Just make sure you get a load of practice in and you will get better at the shot. But yes, that is the end of the video, guys. If you want me to do any more tutorials, I've got a load of freestyle stuff I can actually go and do, some around the world, some literally whatever you want to see. I could do David Luiz free kicks, we could do some Roberto Carlos, different passes, whatever, skills, you name them in the comments, I will be able to do the video, the tutorial. If I can't do it, I'll just learn it and then do the tutorial. So yeah, make sure you write down in the comments what next video you want to see, some sort of tutorial on football. I'll get that out for you guys, and I'll see you next time.